Enrique Dussel Peters joins me now from Mexico City. He's the director of the Center for Chinese-Mexican Studies and a professor in the Graduate School of Economics, both at the National Autonomous University of Mexico. Thank you for joining us.
Hello, thank you very much for the invitation.
Well, Enrique, that was quite a list of companies we heard just a moment ago. Why are more and more Chinese enterprises turning to Mexico and other countries there in the region to seek cooperation and investment?
Well, I think in general there is a huge economic complementarity between Latin America and China, but it is also important to recognize that the relationship in terms of politics, but also for firms, has reached an important level of maturity. As you were mentioning a moment ago, several countries, including Mexico, but also Cuba, Chile, and others, have achieved more than 50 years of diplomatic relationships. So Chinese firms in Latin America, and by the way, also Latin American in China, have been learning for decades. No?
Yeah, they certainly know each other very well. The United States, though, is the behemoth to the north. But in Latin America, describe the different business conditions that China sees favorable there in the region, and what both sides, all sides, see in each other and what they have to offer one another.
Well, I think there are arguments from a supply side, but also from a demand side. No, China is increasingly offering products that are increasingly sophisticated from a technology and innovation perspective, and so China offers technology in telecommunications, auto parts, automobiles, electronics, among many others. No, and on the other side, and as part of this complementarity, Latin America can also offer an increasing supply of raw materials, tourism, and other goods and services that are also of interest for China.
We talked about the trade relationship between Mexico and China. What is your outlook for upcoming trade trends as the world tries to edge away from the pandemic?
Well, in 2021, we don't have regional trade statistics yet. They will flow in the next days and weeks, but very clearly they will grow importantly. I remind you, China has become in the last years the second major trading partner of Latin America, as you mentioned a moment ago, the first for a group of countries. And in some countries where we do have data for 2021, the growth has been really exploding. In 2021, Mexican imports from China increased by 38%, no? And imports by 17%. So we are witnessing a very important recovery in trade after it fell in 2020.
Enrique Dussel Peters, thank you so much for joining us from Mexico City. We hope to see you again soon.
It would be a pleasure. Thank you very much.